Alright, over. I'm not gonna go bother picking up some more up right now.
Server will be restarting in one circular flat pizza cut into squares. I have been told not to curse. No, curse. Randy, what are you doing? What the f is wrong? Why me? Here's the thing. If you're doing a pizza system and cut it into squares, if you have a rectangular pizza, it's a circle. By going from a radius, by creating a diameter, you create equisized slices of pizza, perfect for sharing, that come equipped with their own handle. It kind of goes against God. You look at a circle, there's a right way to divide it. There are certain things when you look at it, you're like, okay, cultural differences, where it's like, oh, why don't they build out of stone here in this part of the world? You go, oh, there's not earthquakes. So it's super dangerous, and you're likely to be front. You go, oh, isn't that fun that in the vast tapestry of humanity, there are all these different ways to solve the same problem? Sometimes cultures get it wrong, and squares like
That's a good one. Okay, walking sounds are back. NPCs. Also, this is a good time to talk about why these NPCs, these guys, don't show up, but things like these do. And the reason is because these are not NPCs. These right here, these are not NPCs. These are NPCs. This is not. It's funny. These are just part of the world. These are actual physical objects. These are just stagnant things with small animations. That's why they don't look at you even if you're next to them. They are literally just solid parts of the world. They are just decorations. These are NPCs because you can interact with them and they have names. Same with these. I think it's pretty funny. I've always wondered if people actually know what the difference is between them. And that is the difference. What am I doing? Still have to worry about the stuff loading slowly. There's no way for me to fix that. Every time I do something, it's gonna load slowly. Sound is gonna take the longest. It's interesting to me that sound is the thing that uploads last. It's the thing that gets set up last, and that's interesting. Yeah, it's a little actually, no, I think yesterday was the last day I was gonna bother with the other stuff.
Add astra. Thank you for add astra.
It's everything else loads normally. Leave that alone. So what I'm gonna do this time. Because I'm not gonna continue bothering with Chi because for some reason I'm just not getting a single good thing in here. I am very tempted to just grab this. Alright, I remember what I was grabbing today. I need fucking Mora. That's what I need. Alright, I forgot buttons are different. Did I finish another character? Well, actually, no, I don't think I did. I didn't finish any other characters yet. So you are still the last one in this grouping. Okay, where am I gonna find find for fame for fever? I'll do it here, I guess. Good old Monday. Actually, how many of this did I have? I didn't pay attention to how much I actually got. I guess I did only get 2. I missed.
Let's light it up! We'll see about that.
Come here.
I'm going in! Let me leave you a bit. Have fun with this gift!
Disappear! Worthless! Here! Worthless! Here!
Look, at least this is like not taking forever to load. If this was like the normal issues of loading, even just picking up these items would take forever. I'm picking stuff up instantly, so it's working as normal. Like that, a lot of the stuff that like would actually be a problem with loading is based on, is actually based on my access to internet. So that would be ping. Everything else, though, sound is actually limited to like how fast the game loads, because all that stuff is loaded onto the device itself. It's a bit confusing when you have to remember the differences between doing stuff on.
We'll see about that.
When a game is. It's not working. It's
Useless!
Truth repeats its core. Everybody stand back. Witness the power of the wild.
Evil conquering! Worthless! Worthless!
Yeah, when a game is like partially connected to the internet, you do actually have to remember that things will work differently. If this game was completely connected to the internet, then oh, hello, hi, sure, I don't mind. Okay, that was weird. Not direct join. I don't know why that turned off. I usually keep that on. The hacker issue isn't as big anymore, so I don't have to worry about it.
Dare to mess with me?
Anyway, the game is partially connected. If the game was fully connected to the internet, then most of this game would not be like you wouldn't have to have the game be so big on the device. But to be fair, doing something completely off the internet just doesn't work anymore. Not really. And usually, if you do, you have to like only load a small amount at a time. So that's usually like, Roblox and stuff. Granted, Roblox has other issues. I missed entirely.
Let me leave you. Teamwork is strict. Gears of the storm. Dare to
Disappear! Worthless. Here.
No, my sword. Too late for regrets. We'll see about that.
Yeah. If you actually hit them, it does different stuff. So never
Boring.
have to hit an enemy with it. The game was completely on the SSD, on the hard drive and stuff, then I would be having more issues. But because the game is only partially, the only things I'm having to worry about is the stuff that's actually part of it. So like loading into an area because it has to load all the graphics and the actual models and everything. But if I'm sitting there like already in an area and just kind of walk around, it's able to load much more quickly. It's like if you were trying to teleport in Minecraft. It'd be really slow. So you have to load the entire area, especially if it's Java. Because Java is horribly unoptimized. Oh my god.
Rain outlines your fate.
Fucking
Witness
damage.
the power of... I'm going in! Have fun with this gift!
Evil conquering.
The only issue I'm having is sound, really.
Boring. Worthless. Here. Worthless.
Oh, I don't know it's right now. Derp. Alright. Well, that should be all the money I need. For a little bit. Maybe. Hopefully. Please. Please let it be enough. How much did I actually get? It's probably looked. Yeah, every time it loads a new area, it has to reload all the sounds back. More Milliken. 740. I hit 3/4 of a mil. It's not terrible. It will last me a bit. Was I still upgrading? I would have went back here, to be honest. What was I actively working on? What was I actively leveling before this? Actually, I think it was you. Let's work on you. Well, I'm not too excited to work on that piece, but already gone down 100k. Let's see, multiple into crit rate isn't terrible. I think that works, especially with the crit damage piece. I think that works. I'll work on that later. Other pieces on certain characters I'm worried about more. Any characters near that are actually close to being done. I'm just really wanting to do piece for this, but I just don't have one. Oh, let me fucking see if I can craft one right now, actually. Oh, I forgot to sack these. They're not worth much, but I'm not gonna do that. Even if I were to do all of these. And these are 0.5 per. Yeah, I'll make 33. That's not worth it. There are a lot of unused pieces on my account, I'm realizing. Honestly, I feel like I could just sack a bunch of these. Actually look at these pieces. Let me... How do I press the... I forget which button it is. Oh, right, you gotta go up to it. These have great off pieces. I wonder why there's no characters using them. Your off pieces are only really chosen. Uh, some of these really aren't, though. I think I could really sack a lot of these. This piece isn't being used at all. Ooh, that's actually kind of bad. That's not terrible. These are pretty good substats. I can get rid of that. I could definitely get rid of that. It's very niche. No. I don't have any damage bonuses, and that's still enough for damage for me to keep it. That I was about to say this is bad, but that EM. This piece is awful. Yeah, it's a super mixed bag. It's got attack percent, HP percent, and defense percent. There's no one that's going to be able to use all three of those effectively. This is good. I'm even getting another defense percent based healers is actually really good. That's really not actually. Healing most with crit is actually pretty good for any main DPS healers. This is just really bad. This is good. That's good actually. That's good. That's a lot of crit damage. With crit rates on as well. Even though Sony, yeah, it's really not still good enough. There's too much of this one into the freaking defense. I'll keep that. It's a decent off piece. This is also a good off piece. That's actually really good. Decent attack and crit damage and good, really good energy recharge with EM as an extra stat on it. That's pretty good. This is not. The HP percent with the attack percent being the main thing that got stuff on it just doesn't help with the crit. Keep that. I'm keeping this. I will always keep this. This will forever be something on my count, because if you accidentally sack this, you cannot get another one of these. This is the only 2-star Berserker piece in the game. I'm keeping it because it's funny, and it's not really worth it to sack it anyways. Okay, now let's go back to... let me change my sorting on this again. Do that. Alright, I have 2, so I can actually craft some stuff. I can sack everything else. Thought I meant to do it all. I go way down. Yeah, it's getting... what does he need right now?
Just standing around.
I think I would like crit rates, honestly. The crit damage is already high enough on him to where I can just go for crit rate. And still get some... I could have an even... a much better crit ratio than most of my characters are going to have. So... I want crit rate. I'll still want. I don't need DR. He does not need any. Considering my goal with him is to have an infinitely refreshing skill, because the cooldowns work just well enough to where you can have an infinitely moving attack on him. I think I might just go both crits, to be honest. Let's give that to him. And get that leveled up. Well, you know what? I think I'm gonna lock this piece and then sack it later. I think I'll sack that to a different thing at some point. I can get all the way to 16. Why is Necro right? Okay, really. Okay, let's do one of these. Let's do this to get those last 4. That's a bunch of extra. Okay, I did go into crit damage. So yeah, that's a good piece. I was crit rate's 55 over 186. That's way better than the only losing for me. Plus 150 energy recharge is already way more than enough. The whole point with this build is that he has this sacrificial greatsword. Because it's best if I show you. I'm going to build a team with him anyways, so he's got to be the next one in here.
What's our objective?
Okay, so obviously you're going to want... You know, it'd be funny if I did this.
have high hopes for this journey. All is accounted for.
It'd be
Let's
funny
move out.
if I did that. And then, I don't know, grab wherever she is.
I can't wait any longer.
But the goal of this is just putting Fiorina and Coco next to each other always just is really broken. Really good healing, really good HP sacrificing that gives a buff. So, yeah, the whole point of my build with Diluc is this. I already screwed it up. Hold on. I forgot I needed the whole thing. His burst time, or his skill timing is perfect where if you do this, look at the timer. There. See? You can do this infinitely. You do loops. Yeah, he does. He has what every single FGC character wants, and that is loops. Granted, they're not like the most efficient loops, but they do consistently give him his ult back, so pretty much all of that will be fire damage, which is really good. Plus, you can always do the burst with him as well, and because his attack is 3 hits, each of those hits has a chance of activating Composed. So each of those hits is an 80% chance to give his skill cooldown back to 0. So he can just do it again. And that is why this set works so well on him. Plus, at R5, the cooldown is only 16 seconds. So every 16 seconds, he just has kind of one big boost. Plus, and that's really the main reason why I have 2 hydro damage dealers on this team. Yeah, I'm gonna have fun with him. I really, really like the Luke's kit a lot. I like how simple it is. I don't want to read a fucking 3-mile long description to understand a character. There are a few characters in this game that are like that. Like, if you go to his talents, these entire talent descriptions are that. You go to someone that's much newer, and you'll have really long talent descriptions. Like full paragraphs of talent descriptions. Let me find a character with really long talent descriptions. There are some characters. Oh, yeah. There are some characters that have really long talent descriptions. Especially the newer characters. You have to like read through all this stuff for it. It's the same thing's been happening with artifact descriptions as well. Like if you go into some like the older ones, like this one, and I forget how to even access this. Alright, it is right trigger. It is right the right button. That's the entire description right there. You're here. This is 2.0, or rather 2.1. Look at this. There's like 4 paragraphs. Some other new characters are also the same. Let me find a really new set. I haven't farmed any super new sets in a while. There's a good example. Now there are a few really long ones. That one's pretty long. This one's not. This one's very simple. I do really like simpler sets and characters because it makes it much easier for a new player to actually understand what the fuck they're looking at. Especially a lot of new players aren't going to be reading the freaking long ass descriptions of a character because they're just gonna be like me and they're just gonna grab a character and start playing them and figure out what the heck they do. That is literally what we do. It's literally just find the character and just start doing it. We start pressing buttons and hoping it works. There are obviously some things we're going to miss by doing that, but to be fair, it's not really... It's just really annoying to read through massive descriptions every time just to play a game. Like, for example, Farina is a character most people... It took me a really long time to understand what she was supposed to do. I did not realize she was supposed to be a buffer, because I didn't realize she gave a buff. I genuinely, deadass, did not realize what her ult did for, like, an entire year. And then I realized, oh. And then I read it, I was like, oh, that's what it does. Oh, she does give a damage bonus. And I'd been having her for a year. I didn't pull her because of what she did. I pulled her because I liked her character a lot. And I was like, yep, that's a character I'm getting now. Yep. Yeah, that's all I have to say. At least that's enough rambling.